Welcome back everybody, I'm JustDaZack and it is my continued mission to show you an interesting video game almost every single day. Today we're gonna have a look at Gord, a Slavic, northern, dark fantasy, strategy, survival kind of RTS game that came out a couple of months ago at the moment of this recording. And for full transparency's sake here, please keep in mind that I did acquire a free key for this game. So this game initially launched in August 2023, again a couple of months ago when I record this, and initially to, I think, mostly negative, currently to mixed reviews overall. Most of them seem to have been technical issues, which I'm currently running this on the version 1.4. So there has been a couple of big patches, and I've played this for 80 minutes, and I didn't run into any real technical issues. So the dev team seems to be very actively working on fixing things like those, and I, didn't experience anything bad there, really. And I have not a high-end PC, probably more the definition of a mid-end PC. There's a lot of settings here, which I love, and as you can see, I'm running this like on Epic and everything, which for my PC is pretty cool, and I like this. We have a bunch of options here. This is a beautiful settings menu in general. We have some accessibility options and everything. The only thing I personally noticed was that on this game particularly, I had to turn on VSync. I have to admit, I'm playing video games now for 30 years, or pretty much my whole life, and VSync is dark black magic for me, because in 9 out of 10 times I can just leave this turned off and it doesn't do anything. But you know, every 10th game or so, it's like I have to turn this on to really get a benefit for a smoother gameplay, and this is one of those. And well, it's the refresh rate of the screen, I know, but it's black magic, because sometimes, also in forums, that's at least how I grew up, maybe you have a different experience. Sometimes you have to turn it on, sometimes you have to turn it on. I, in this case, had to turn it on, and that made it a bit smoother. That's the only thing. I'm gonna jump in here. I think I just said it, I played this now for 80 minutes. Well, I think 83 minutes. I'm in the second mission. We had like the first basic tutorial mission, and now we're still in the second mission, which of course still teaches you some mechanics. And I'm well, let's try to hit continue and let's see if this throws me out at my very last save point.
The wild folk used to live like wild animals, and although they can be violent, conquest was one of the many human things they despise. Nonetheless, they became more aggressive recently and attacked the tribe of the Dawn's Gord.
So
I
this
wonder if they are doing this to praise Velis.
Sorry. So this is already one of the cool things. You might have seen this with the main menu, now with the voice acting here. This game has a very good production value. The art is cool, the graphic is, has a good art design, has a good feel to it. We have good voice acting. You could have, you saw the Chronicles options in the main menu. When you click there, you get some lore that you unlock throughout the game that is also fully voice acted, which is amazing. And let's see, this is me back in the main menu. Luckily, we start paused, and this is the game. This is the second mission. I'm still going to learn a little bit, probably, together with you guys. And just a quick wrap-up. As I said, this is a strategy and kind of RTS game. We have, let's start here, a classical base. This is our Gord. A Gord is an ancient, I think, Slavic word for like a fortified little settlement or something like this. This is what we have here. In the previous mission, I had to establish this. We could also kind of adjust the size of the palisades here. This is here to protect us. Light is very important because, as you can see here, sanity is a very important thing throughout the game. It's not that important in the first and now the second mission, but light has an influence, I think, because this is kind of my goal with this video. I want to finish the second mission with you and jump into the third mission, and then I hope I can deliver a good overview of what this game has to offer to you. And I would expect on the third mission, sanity is going to be way more important as a slide. And this is it. This is our main kind of strategy RTS part, where we build our base. We establish a palisade. We have a bunch of buildings like a thatchery, which collects thatches and collects water cans, processes into the reeds. We have different resources. We have wood, we have reeds, we have food. Classic. We have an overall idea on how much growth level our community has. That is essentially what kind of stage we are. The more buildings we build, the more advanced buildings we get, the more advanced buildings we'll build, the bigger this gets, for example. And then we have the sanity, as I mentioned earlier. There's going to be faith later on. The God's faith level represents the belief your subjects have in gods. Most common gods, faith influencing factors. I think this might have an influence to magic, which I kind of now unlocked. We're going to find that out together. We have some iron and other pottery and advanced resources, which right now in this mission I only needed iron, or was gold, gold. Because metal symbol, which we need for essentially military units. So the base resources are the ones in the top left corner. For that, we have here the thatchery, which collects reeds. We have a forager hut, which collects food. And we have also a lumber mill, which, well, collects wood. And how do we work with this? And of course, I can build some other buildings, also like a fishing shack, a hunter's stand, scout's tower, something I have down here. Also, this is the X-Pit, where I created my first military unit. And as you can see here, you already saw the numbers, and you see the people here on the right side. We have a limited amount of people. This is not like, for example, Age of Empires, where you continuously want to create more villagers to adjust. You have just a small community that it kind of RimWorld-esque, if you want so. And you have to make the most of your people and assign them considering what your current need is, for example. So I currently have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. And this is where we started. This is where I have 2, even though I technically unlocked the magician. I'm not sure if this is a character, because I just had a cutscene and then pretty much saved the game. But we'll get to this in a second. So I built this. Beside these 2 explorers, which again I'll get to in a second, so I have 4 people at my base. And you saw this with the numbers already. Technically I have 1 assigned to the thatchery, collecting reeds, 1 for food, and 2 people to collect wood. And as you can see, these 2 on the red, kind of indicating that I don't have much of that. And there we go, yeah. Faith is important for magic, because I have to build the temple, and I just kind of cast my first spell. And as you can tell, when you select these guys, for example, this is the one assigned to the thatchery. There's also merchants sometimes, randomly. This is the first time that happened to me. Merchants just run around the map in this dangerous, treacherous world, and then you can go to them and trade in some of your resources for items. Of course, characters also have items. There's a little bit of an RPG mechanics. That's why I have so much here to explain, to set the mood. Because, well, let's actually start with this as well. What is the mood? The mood is we are essentially in an older, kind of medieval, maybe pre-medieval time, Slavic, let's go more with the Viking settings, but also like dark fantasy a little bit. There's dark and evil monsters out there lurking. The world of Gord is in ever striking darkness. You can essentially just tell that it's technically on the day and not in the night by the setting of the moon. So we are in a world that is always enveloped by darkness because, old things, monsters lurking in the darkness. So it's dangerous out there. This is also why light is so important for the sanity, because if you don't have light, well, you get crazy, because of course you have a reason to get crazy, because there's monsters out there somewhere as well. Heidi, hopefully you're fine. And for example, if we look here, we have the 3 stats, health or sanity. If I would now look at the sanity, we have the different modifications. I could also look at here at the right side, and I would probably see that, well, great example, but I guess she's close enough. If she wanders too much into the darkness, she would also lose sanity. And we are essentially a steward that has been assigned by a big and grand king, and we were sent towards the north with, I think, a different steward, which is kind of a, asshole. I can't phrase it any other way. And we took one of the tiny villages, one of the clans. We got the command, the king notified them, 2 of my stewards will come. So we have the village elder, and together with the village elder, the other steward, and of course us, we try to now, take this clan, expand towards the north, and establish a foothold here for the king. Because the king is not a nice guy as well. He kind of told us, if we screw this up, oh man, then the monsters in the darkness are our least problem, so to speak. And for example, the story right now in the second mission is that there's wild folks out here. There's not just monsters, there's also wild folks that usually are kind of neutral, but right now in the story, they also become aggressive and now attack us. And that's not a good thing either. Usually they leave us alone. And we also had a cartographer of the king who, well, we found dead in one of the cages, I think, over here. So everything is going downhill at the moment while we try to survive. Even though, besides some wild folks, we mostly, at least at this point, fought a bunch of wolves, which are also very aggressive, a bunch of boars. So there's a lot of things. That's the settings. Again, we have the 3 resource collecting stations right now, our different villages. I started to build a barrier building, which essentially is just a little bit a hot spring, to keep it simple, where our people that are hurt can just rest there to recover health faster. Because technically our villagers always recover health, but that is, well, very, very slow, and you need the different buildings, because again, it's a dangerous world. And yet, while I talked about this, I found it funny, because it's a dangerous world, and there's a single merchant, just a single guy, not even with a torch, running around here, which I wonder if this is a monster too in a disguise or so. The traveling merchant comes to the area in search of trade, offering various items. Don't miss the opportunity, he won't stay for long. True, makes sense on a mechanical level, how the world is established, and look at all the corpses here, because the start of the mission was that the wild folk attacked this the village here, this Gord, and we kind of came in, drove them away, defeated them, repaired the Gord, and now trying to establish a foothold here while we look for the cartographer. So this guy without a torch. Super weird, because if you're alone in the darkness without a torch, you, well, lose sanity, because again, it's a dangerous world over there. This is why you need to assign people, for example, as a scout, because this is where we are now here back to these 2 people. This is a scout, and a scout always has a torch. Seems like that's slightly bugged out right now. If I move these, oh man, there we go. I guess because I still loaded the game and was in pause menu. So this one has a torch. These 2 are my scout, well, squad, so to speak. This is the X-Men I told you guys about earlier. He's our military unit, and this is the scout. Here's the torch, and he's also pretty good. So now we get, before we go to the RPG parts, I kind of think I hinted at this. It's a little bit RimWorld, so we have the individual people as well, which can go crazy, and they can't really die, but if they are in mortal danger, they lose, or if they lose their sanity, they get very bad mental or physical debuffs, which is of course very bad to have if you want to survive. But they also have strength and weaknesses. For example, Fallon, he's very fast in the forest, which I thought, hey, that's pretty good as a scout, so let's use him. But he's also very lazy, which, hey, he's very bad, minus 90% speed of building, so we don't want him. I thought he's a good scout. And as I said earlier, there's also items which I found, or some people start with. He has an excellent torch, which essentially gives him more range of sight with the torch. And that's the thing, the darkness is very dark, and torches, well, we can't really see much. So even with a 20% increased range, that's not much, frankly. Also Whetstone, which increases his damage, and we have the X-Men, or X-Men, he's Wolverine, let's just roll with this. He, for example, from the first mission, because in the first mission, my final enemy was a legendary wolf. We got the Wolf's Paw, which increases damage we do against wolves, and decreases damage we gain from wolves, at least if it's him, and some other items, like sturdy boots, more movement speed, and so on. And he also has the strength of being a martial artist, so if he's in combat, he actually gains sanity, which I think is pretty good. And he fears Apollos. Well, I don't know what Apollos is, probably an evil dark monster. No idea, frankly. And also, every unit has experience, and if they do things they like, they gain more experience that, or if they just do things, even if they don't like it, they still get experience, like trading, exploring, food production, fighting, mining, cutting. So there is a lot, and we have the individual stats. Funnily enough, even though this RTS kind of RPG mechanic is very important, there doesn't seem to be any active abilities. And even spell casting is kind of active, but it's not on the units, it's for us, and we need to gather faith. So it's more like, you know, I guess more Age of Mythology like. And so, I hope with all this time taken, I could establish what this game in general is about. It kind of feels like a mix, or like in this triangle between like maybe RimWorld-esque, like a little bit of Spellforce-like, and somewhere in between, all of this is there. And of course, we have the exploration here. And this is, by the way, again, we had a cutscene here. I had a character, met the character, and she cast some magic, which that was kind of interesting. I had to cast a spell called, let's actually see if I have that, a Fracture. And Fracture spawns hellish torturers to crush the limbs of your opponent. The target needs to be severely wounded before the spell may be used. That threw me off a little bit. And this, of course, this was just in the tutorial. We don't have the temple. Spell requires temple level 3 to be unlocked. We don't have this. I still was allowed to cast the spell. But the enemy I was to cast it on actually had full life. So that was a little bit weird there as well, because here clearly states severely wounded. So I guess that's one of these things that maybe still need a little bit of polish. So we are back here after the cutscene. So right now, my mission is to build a temple. I want this. I'm still started to build the Balia. And I guess for a temple, let's see what we have. We have these buildings here. We have advanced. Balia Meteory. Balia is essentially the building that if we assign one of our villagers there, they gain health, and the Meteory is there, they go drinking and restore sanity. Military buildings like the Expert, where we can switch our people into stronger units. And carvings, which apparently are small decorative elements. Their sole purpose is to raise the god's sanity. Nice. Apparently right now our sanity is good. I guess, again, second mission, we don't need to worry too much about that right now. And now we have the special buildings where here we have a shrine. What is a shrine about? Haven't seen that before. A shrine is a small structure that depends spiritual attunement of nearby subjects, modestly raising God's faith. Interesting. We also have a burial ground for people that are deceased. Additional gates if we want to have more openings at our Gord, which I actually built here because I thought, okay, if my people go out there gathering resources, I think I'd rather have it here in the back at the edge of the map where it's most likely more safe. I don't know. And the temple, we need 100 wood and 100 reed. So I need to collect resources again a little bit. You two are building this right now. You're collecting reed. Food is fine. And I think they always collect the individual resources like in 25 pairs each. So right now my plan would be to wait until you collect the 25 for the 100 reed requirement. You guys are quickly going to build this, then collect the wood. So it's just a little bit of waiting until we can build the temple. So in the meantime, I want to keep exploring these two. I think the gameplay was, the saying was, we can't venture too far into the forest until we have some magic, but there's some glowy stuff here and I want this. Because again, it's a little bit Spellforce. We have people, not full RPG like in Spellforce, just RPG light, but yeah, we want to explore. We're gonna want to find items, for example, or additional resources. As you can see, there's also yellow and red herbs. Not quite like in Resident Evil, but they do, for example, red herb helps heals us, and the yellow ones gain essentially our sanity back. So let's actually walk over here. There's also traps and everything. And this is what I did a lot in this mission, because as you can see, the game overall is, well, it's hard to tell because now torches are on, but overall you can say this game is dark. And of course, that's what it's about, right? It wants to be dark, it's a dark world. But what I notice is you really often have to just fickly search for certain items. But I just want to say that right now, I think I will be able to show you guys. So yeah, lost a little bit of health on last fight. I'm gonna let you eat this, if you please would walk over there. There we go. Luckily, we can always pause the game. And sanity, I would guess the two of you is fine. Because as you can see, this tells us there's animals nearby. There's another glowy thing. And it's kind of hard. Like, look at this. Like, there's already this entry barrier. This is like 20% increased range already with the visibility. And I always need to circle around. Oh, these are apparently wild forks. I saw these silhouettes there for a second. Funnily enough, if we're like here. So it's not necessarily, it doesn't seem to be more wild. This? Yeah, that doesn't look like animals. Even though the symbol indicates that. Nearby sound, unsettling grunting coming from the darkness. I'm not sure if we can really fight 3 full live wild folks, maybe. But before we do this, okay, they didn't notice me, that's good. I'm gonna walk over here. Luckily, we do have a minimap here, and we can also open that up, and we have a legend here. But as you can see, there's a lot of stuff. For example, here are bags. And this is one thing I ventured to earlier. And look at this. Apparently, here's 2 bags. And I missed them because I fought a bunch of wolves here, and in all this, there's apparently the bag. An abandoned object. This is kind of hard to see. You really have to look carefully. Well, in the meantime, something happens at your bases, so I will never know what happens if you get attacked. Oh, yeah, you guys build this. Cool, I'm gonna wait. Are you idle? Flavor exploring. Sign idle as third. What? You're supposed to work, dude. Work and range. So there we go. Apparently, I had to tell him to work again. What do we have here? The Balia 2 has been built. I don't know why this is a Balia 2 and not a Balia 1, but I'm not gonna question this, because right now we want to explore. So, this is glowing. Oh, wait, what? Guys, I'm not able to walk over there? What's going on? So you walk over here? This is probably why we need the magic. Okay. Oh, okay. There's also a corpse here, but it seems like I can't explore the corpse. And also, I don't know if this is actually the best setup. Like, I have set these 2 people right now to explore. Luckily, the game throws a lot of healing items to you, always or very often before and after combat. But, you know, I'm not sure if I should go with 3 or 4 or all of my people or just these 2. But now, of course, if I would have taken my entire crew out here to explore and find, that would be better. But then again, I wouldn't be able to build stuff. So I guess this is a lot of the things you need to do. You gotta try to find the balance. There's also something to explore here. Loose stones, which could have resources, but enemies are right over here. There's also corpse. There's quite a lot. Kutluck's totem. Deities bless those who take the time to pay homage to their totems. The patron god of each profession will increase the speed of gaining experience in that field. Fighting experience. Okay, let's try to get this then. And then we're gonna fight whatever that is. Spiders! Okay, that's the first time for me. Okay, there we go. Going right into fighting. Our units usually have like 2 attacks. One then just deals like single target damage, and another one that deals a little bit of damage to all the enemies. And the enemies kind of behave in the same way. So everyone always usually takes a little bit of damage. So we defeated these spiders. That's cool. Did that right with the totem. Okay, in the meantime, you guys get all these resources here. I do not know, by the way, at least the game didn't tell me this, if there's like a highlight button like in, I don't know, Baldur's Gate, where you can press Alt and then highlights all these options. I hope so. There is, at least I hope if there is, the game would be more clear about that. I haven't found it yet, as I said. These are just resources. Well, there's more to the right. Because again, now I really need to look and kind of mouse search of all of this if I really want to find all the things. So unfortunately, Cutwork is a little bit hurt. We have some more food. That's nice. We have a bunch of resources. Why do we still don't have any Reed? What is he doing? Okay, now he's finally coming back. In the meantime, in this case, food is fine. Might as well switch. So, handyman, food production incapability. So I don't want to send Kevlar to that. Actually, it doesn't matter. Flair for fighting. Okay, assigned to Lumberjack, you're right now the process of bringing log back. I do like that eye to detail. And if you look at the different buildings, that's so cool. You know, for example, if you would send one of our troops to the Balia, you would actually see how they go into the changing room and then just sit here and enjoy the bath. That is also very cool. And they drink meat at the meadery and so on. So there's a lot of eye to detail. Again, this game has a good amount of production value, I think. So I think I'm gonna send you over here to the thatchery as well to gain a little bit more reed, because now we have so much more wood than reed, and I'm gonna leave everything else as is. We're back here. I would like to have another red herb. They're right over there, so that's nice. Did I use the loose stone yet? Look again, we have 20% visibility range again, and this is just not much. I'm not even sure if this is what I'm supposed to do right now. If I should just go and try. Can we interact with this like again? Fighting experience gain 200% for 1 month. Oh, there's also apparently, there was the symbol of loot, but I want you right now to collect the red herb for the healing effect. Might as well take the other one. There we go. And now we have enough resources to build the temple. That's good. So how does building work? Pretty easily. We have our space. Of course, we want to build our buildings inside our gourd, inside the palisades. So a temple here, 100 each. And then we can kind of reposition it. It's hard to tell for the late game how much space is going to be important. Right now, we have enough time. It would be kind of cool if it maybe would like snatch to the side or so. Right now you have a lot of freedom, but it never feels like you're that, you know, is that the best way? What happens if later I need more buildings to have the space? Hard to tell, but this is just a nitpick. So we have one gate like over here, the other one here. Do I need to assign anyone at the temple? Maybe. The temple is where your people pray, yeah, to raise God's faith. Upgrading the temple unlocks new incantations. First such building the God. I don't know, so should I build it here in the middle? I think it's second mission, it's not that important. We also have these stones. So I guess, sure, let's have it like maybe here. Why not? Oh, kind of slip with my mouse there. So if these guys are gonna get near, they should start to build automatically. Beside this one hiccup here where we had to reassign him to collect at the thatchery, overall I find the AI pretty reliable. At least for collecting and such. So you're back here. I still want this, but it seems like there's no clear pathway over there. Okay, so there's an enemy to the top left, I think. No, this is... We can't really wander into the swamp yet. Okay, there's a cage. Usually just a corpse inside and maybe some loot. Don't think I can walk over there yet. Okay, okay, I hear something to the left. Okay, what are you? You are a boar, right? That's fine. And see if we can also go and check out the boar, like 50 HP, primary attack 5. I think that's it. The primary attack is the one that... there we go. Enemies have 2 attacks. Perfect. Primary and secondary. Each attack varies in strength, range, or angle. Some attacks may deal higher damage to single targets, while others may spread their damage across multiple targets at once. Enemies choose the victim at which attack to use depending on its attack pattern. However, this behavior may be altered by the use of items or incantation. There's also items like behavior attacks the first target within range. The wild folk usually attack the ones who are weakest. They also have the special ability charge. There is already a lot of elements. I like that there's also some lore here. That's kind of cool. But a single boar should be much of a problem for 2 warriors here. The ex-guy and our scout. Good job. And there's some more loot here. At least there's a little bit of sparkling going on here. Book of Skill. Explore. Item drop. Oh, item dropped. Maybe because... Oh, incantation tree. Huh, that's a new one. Never click that. But we're gonna need that in a second, I think. Cause you have 3 items. That means I want to pick it up with you, my friend. There we go. So what is this? Book of Skill Exploring. Only usable by subject with any experience at level 3. Well, you don't have that, dang it. Okay, still fine. So right now we have this. Now I guess I just want to explore more, hoping that the temple will be built in the meantime. Yeah, 8%. You started automatically. And if I now look at the minimap, looks like there's still some loose stones. Yeah, there we go. Totally missed that, for example. There is a little bit of sparkling, but again, this is a lot of really, you gotta be very critical with your eye. More loose stones here. Okay, oh, okay, we have bunched 1 medium and 2 small boars. Let's go to Kim. Let's focus on this one then. There we go. Not the biggest fan. Unfortunately, the scout is still so fast that he's usually always the first in combat. He takes the most hits, but I guess for these enemies it's fine for the time being. We also have some extra here. Our brother Catwin has been injured and so on, but so far this is fine. There we go. Build the temple. That's why the game had a little bit of a hiccup there for a second. That's fine. Assign a subject to return temple. So this is our temple right now. Cool. Love the look of it. Okay, so caviar. What are you good again? Handyman foot protection ability. One of my guys... Oh, you also have 2 items. Yeah, because you actually... Book of Skill, Fighting, Fragrant Soup. Yeah, you bought them from the merchant. I think actually 1 hide might be the one. Prayer Beads. Increases faith gain from praying by 25% and Zealot's Medallion. Okay, can't use that right now because she doesn't have any ability at level 3. Plus 25 subjects faith after killing humanoid. Ooh, Heide. You are dangerous. She's also very zealous and work driven. Oh, she's a good combatant as well. Okay, I'm gonna assign you then. And Caviar, maybe I want you. Okay, you are incapable of foot protection. Geralt, pillar for exploring. I think I'm gonna send you to foot protection then. So I'm gonna switch this up. So we have 1 at every point. And so you're gonna do this. I do like that they also changed the look a little bit when they essentially changed their profession.
Sire,
there we go.
That we found time to praise the true gods, but we need to proceed with our plan. The emissary is getting very anxious about it.
Yeah, that is essentially the leader of the tribe. Reach the river crossing. Well, I tried. Didn't quite work before. So apparently there's still some stuff. There's some graves. Let's try... Oh, he didn't like that we looted the grave there, which I can kind of understand. But you know, everything for the survivors. So you took the most hits. I'm gonna have you take the healing item for now. Or the healing red herb. 34. Apparently there's an item to the left. A familiar humming in the darkness. What is a familiar humming? Oh, that is... Oh, the merchant. And we are suddenly surprisingly close back at our main village. We could actually swap out some items. Maybe that's a good idea. Okay, you don't have that much faith. That is fine for the time being. You have a lot of sanity. You don't have that much, so I want you to have this herb. To be a bit more sane. Let's use this. Same here. Let's actually go back then. If our village is right here around the corner, these guys haven't been back to our village for a long time. Well, there's some red herbs. That means there might be an enemy. What is this? A forest shrine. Travelers might pray at roadside shrines. These humble structures are just as suited to honoring the gods as any dedicated place of worship in the Gord. Oh, fair enough. And of course, 4 enemies. Okay, this could be a problem. But, Geralt, you're pretty close. I actually want you to run over here as well, through the darkness. Oh man, luckily we have 2 red herbs that could help us. Go guys, we have an Axeman. Oh yeah, this is gonna be tough. Do we already, can we already cast like spell sap? Oh, 200 faith, no. Gotta do it the old fashioned way. Okay, we're gonna wait. Luckily our people are pretty okay at fighting as well. Let's wait until we've got one of them. There we go. Now I want you to run over here and pick up the herb. Dude, please go over there and pick up the herb. If you don't do that, we are in trouble. There we go. Snack it. Snack it. Good job. Help him. Okay, we're actually doing okay then. So everyone focus on the guy who took some damage. Okay, you guys are doing fine. I mean, you're already here, Geralt. Do you? Geralt, why did you take... why did you take your food with you, dude? Oh man, my friends are in trouble. I'm not gonna leave this good food behind. I'm not gonna waste any food. Come on, just... If you're already here, you might... Yeah, just drop it. You're faster than that. Man, these guys could have died. Ah, Geralt. Geralt. Luckily, you are not assigned as a monster hunter for us. Okay, might as well pick this up then. A little bit too late, but whatever. Okay, this is also glowing here. Grave, pain-killing herbs. Item dropped, because your inventory is full. Okay, wait, Geralt, we need you. Because you can still... Oh, only pick up 1 item, but 1 item is still better than none. Let's pray at the shrine here. 100 faith, that's nice. We also have this bonfire here, which might or might not give us something. Probably good for sanity. So, pain-killing herbs, what is this doing? Category remedy. Instantly regain 75 health the moment the subject is wounded. Shatters once used. Interesting. So what else do you have? You have the Book of Skill Fighting. Can you drop this? Or I think you can trade this, right? So you have the wolf stuff, you have the attack rate and the movement speed. I mean, we don't really need wolves, right? Book of Exploring, I think it's not that bad and on a scout. Just needs something at level 3. So I think... You know, let's switch this out. Pain-killing herbs, fragrant soup. 25% health regeneration rate boosted by Balia. Okay, that means you need to be in the hot springs. So I think I can... Does this work? There we go. We're going to switch it out. You have the wolf's power now. You can't use it because you don't have any skill at level 3. That's fine. But you have the Book of Skill Fighting now. That means next time the subject levels up in fighting experience, the experience levels will increase by 2 instead of 1. Item shatters after use. Nice. I mean, this is our X-Men. That makes sense. Alright, so we did this. Might as well go back and pick this up now, because you have 3 items. So you 2, there's some loose stones. Pick this up. 31 food. There's some gold. Pick this up too. And there's something. Oh, is this actually an alive person in the cage? That's the first time. Usually there's just corpses in there. Oh, we have a new warrior. Reinald. Okay, that's pretty cool. Training experience 3, wow. Even though he's not a good trader. Weakness, thirsty. Life spring effects last for 90% shorter. Fighting expert, nice. 25% attack damage. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, we have a new fighter. That's pretty nice. Okay, so we can go back. We could also switch the items, because I think one of our villagers had the item that when we kill a humanoid, we gain sanity or so. But, well, that's cool. Finally, someone new. So we have 3 warriors. So we're supposed to go over there somehow. Still didn't find a way over here. But, oh, yeah. Okay, it seems like now we can go through. Again, that was specified in the lore after the cutscene that we only should go into the swamp once we have a temple. So, like, that is fine by me. Okay, that's cool. So, do you pick up food and then continue your job? You do. Good job, Geralt. Reach the river crossing. We have... How much faith? This is our gold. Where do I see my faith right now? Is it 6? No, there, 1,000. It seems like right now I can only cast a single spell. No, I can cast a few more. We, for example, have Sight, channel the power of the sun to eliminate the gloom of eternal night. That's kind of cool. We have Haste, invoke a mist that conceals your subjects from the sight of their enemies. Okay, support, we have focus. The power of the gods will flow through your subject, freeing them from their earthly cares and needs and allowing them to focus on the fruits of the work. Okay, so I guess they work better. Haste, channel the power of light and increase your subject's movement speed, that's cool. And Battle Cry, focus the power of the divine to increase the strength and speed of your subject's attacks. Okay, attack power and attack speed. And offensive, we have Sap. Siphon the life force of your enemies, making them weak and vulnerable. Okay, fair enough. Bunch of cool spells. So that's nice. So... Oh, Reinhold isn't that fast. Yeah, because Felon is very fast. He's a scout. Cadwin has some boots that make him faster. So we gotta wait for this guy. But let's try this out anyway. Let's go with haste. I just want to cast this with a range. Not sure why I can't cast it here. Is there like a minimum range? Or do I need to select someone of my crew? Looks like that. So if you get closer, do I hit all of them? Or do I just hit one of them? How do I see that now that you are under the effect of haste? Pretty sure Cadwin got hit, right? Do I see that somewhere? Like, honest question. You have all those things. I think he does have a little bit of magic glow. He's also pretty hurt, actually. Surprisingly. Huh. These could be some red herbs, that's good. Yeah, he's so much faster. Not quite as intended, but oh man, you gotta snack some herbs as well, my friend. Whew, is there more red herbs here somewhere? I could really use them. What is this? Red herb. Okay, it's at least one. You're so fast, dude. It's kind of cool. Again, like, is there, like, there's no symbol here? Not sure how I would now really see the buff. Sign 2. What do we have here? Automatic combat assistance. Also works pretty fine. Like, in combat, you don't need to completely micromanage like I do with the auto attack. It's not like in other RTS games, like, you know, once you click attack, the enemy just defeats the enemy, and 5 others are bashing on your 3rd guy in the party or so, and the other 2 who killed the first enemy are just gonna ignore it or so. They are recognizing the next enemy and run over there, so the AI over there is definitely reliable. Okay, you don't have repair. Yeah, don't really see anything highlighting here, even though I selected the character. Maybe I'm missing this, but something I would have expected something obvious, like, okay, is under the effect of the haste spell or so. Okay, who's hurt most? I don't know. Oh, you're gonna be the first in combat most likely. So you're gonna eat the red herb. Okay, there's more stuff here. I think this was the way I want to go through now. Okay, let's go. Our new guy, Reinhold. Axe-wielder. Berserker Skull. Okay, that sounds cool. What is this about? Item rarity rare. You have a skill at level 3, which I think is trading. Gives additional 1% attack. 1% attack damage for every 2% of lost health. That sounds pretty good, actually. I also want to save the game real quick. There's also photo mode, because I think like visually, definitely very atmospheric. So I can see that. Okay, we have some gold. Let's go further into the forest. More items here. Let's go. Did I click it? I think I did, even though I don't see any pop-up here. Not really. Okay, where am I supposed to go? Right here. Right and up. I can do this. More loose stones. I hear stuff. Okay, bottom right. But I don't think I want to mess with that right now. Oh, there's a frog there. That's cool. Let's go. 3 warriors, hopefully strong enough. There's another corpse. Let's go. Oh, what the hell are you? In Ardarvin. Is that your face here? Whoa. What's my mission? Reach the river crossing. Primary attack 12, secondary attack 20, special ability and fast. Attacks the weakest targets within range. 50% attack damage if it's raining. I don't think it's raining right now. That's good. And fast. In fast, conjures a swarm of spiderlings that crawls over your body, dealing damage through a multitude of tiny bites. Well, that's horrible. Wow. Ardavin's rotten body is home to spirits of sloth and repugnance. This horror is inseparably bound to its swampy surroundings, which it feeds on and toxifies with its secretions. Although Ardavin cannot move its body, that doesn't mean you'll be able to escape its demands. So, I mean, it's hurt. That's our good thing. 1300. I don't know. Luckily, we found a new warrior. Should I? That's the question now. I mean, technically, we just need to reach the river crossing. Are these 3 strong enough? Should I got my whole team? At least pick up the health. You're not. Oh, there's more enemies here as well. What are those? Small gazer. Now I see all these monsters I haven't seen before. 20% attack damage when dense forest. I mean, I guess you could say that we are. Oh no. Okay. Who's hurt? You are hurt. I want you to have 1 red herb. Everyone else is fine. We could go, there's maybe another item, but maybe it's just best, you know, to try and do this on our own. Look at those things. This entire thing is it. That's so cool. Well, let's go. Let's actually save the game before we actually go. Never mind. Here we go. Well, hello, how are you doing, sir?
Do you even know what's ahead of us?
Kinda. This is Lynx. This is the magic caster we found in the cutscene.
A river crossing?
This is what you call a river crossing, dude?
Yes. Which is also a horror's lair. It's known as Ardawen. And it won't let you pass without a sacrifice.
Sacrifice? We will wipe this monster from the face of the earth.
Killing a horror is not an easy task, sire. No one has attempted such a feat in years. We would need a great deal of experienced warriors to have a fighting chance.
It's much more than a monster. It's a sentient demon, conjured from the most vile souls that Velis could stitch together in the underworld. My magic has no effect on it. If you don't want to die, just comply with whatever it asks you for.
Or try a different path.
I don't want to hear about a different route. We'll follow the plan and give this creature whatever it desires, or kill it for all I care. It's the steward's decision.
And we are the steward. Oh, meeting the horror. Look at this art. Look at this thing. Yes, so cool. Alright, the Ardawen. Even Lynx's warning did not prepare you for what you see emerging from the bog. A rotten, deformed monstrosity with a grimacing face that mocks humanity. He slowly raises his blistered hand and points at you. Feed me. A gurgling voice erupts in your mind. Feed me, young flesh. Sacrifice a child to Ardawen. Accept the challenge. Attack Ardawen. Decide later. Accept the challenge. Consequence. Satisfy the horror's demands to avoid their plague, securing peace of mind for your subjects, at least for a time. Attack Ardawen. Consequence. Killing the horror would save your people from their sacrifices and plague, but they are extremely difficult to kill. How about we decide later? So the thing is, consequence. Stalling will not buy you time. You need to think more about your decision, but we won't. Yep. Decide later. Okay. We saved, luckily, before we went into this encounter. So first off, I have no trouble with the sacrificing child. I mean, this is what a firstborn is for anyway, in general, right? The thing is, I want to fight this now. I want to see if I have a chance. So everyone... Oh, we can only have up to 3 axe-wielders. Didn't expect that. That's fine. Let's go military. Let's create some archer range. Let's convert everyone else... right in the middle, whatever. Let's convert everyone else into warriors. Let's get our people up there and let's try to fight it. I want to have an epic fight. Okay, where's my team? We have these 3 Heidi. I mean, in the meantime, you can gather... Are we fighting now? This is so cool. Are you guys losing sanity in this presence? Thirsty. Lifespring effect lasts for 90% shorter. Others' health. Others' health. Lazy. My health. I mean, it doesn't seem like they're really losing that much. There's a corpse. You could fight these 2 in the meantime. There's probably like an item here. There's like 1 red herb. I mean, there's still these 2. I mean, we save, right? Let's fight these guys. Oh, we have to run all the way around. Well, whatever, it's fine. Okay, let's walk all the way over there. Okay, this is my plan right now. Who's that? We could sacrifice a child again. That's what you do with the first one anyway, right? That's not the issue. It's just like, I don't know how to get a child. Like, at the beginning, in the first map, it taught us that if we are more prosper, like the growth level of our village, the faster we regenerate childs in our, in our gourd. There's still some mushrooms on the ground. But it seems like that doesn't quite happen right now. Maybe here's 7 out of 12 population number. Maybe if this is full, progress bar for new birth. So it seems like a child is coming up somewhat. That's cool. But yeah, this is not the way. Oh, what is this? Whatever. It's a bonus. I want the bonus. This. Ooh, look at this. So hard to see. Like the scroll of fighting experience. That's cool. Let's go with that. There's also, what are white herbs about? Green herb. Removes any poison currently effect. Oh, there's gonna be poison in the game as well. That's not cool. Okay, there's more up there, but let's see. I want to see. I hope there's a new item for Berserk. Oh, there's also an... whatever. Let's fight. You guys fight while we get... There's definitely... Oh, man, from the back. Oh, these guys too. Well, luckily we have at least these 3 fighters. Let's hope this is gonna work. Okay, I think maybe... Guys, could you just focus on one at a time? Okay, I think we win. Now this guy, please. Good job. This one. One at a time. One at a time. Well, sure. This one's... Ooh, you were pretty hurt. It's fine for the time being. It's fine for the time being. So you go over there. Wasn't there a red herb like right here somewhere there? I want you to run back and collect it while the other 2 fight. Go, go, go. Oh, great. Yeah. You can take a little... No. Maybe we can kill them in time. Kinda doubt it though. Actually, no. I really want to play this safe. Where's my... Come on, run over there, dude. There we go. Come, dude. Yes, you get something in the back. We don't care. These 2... Are you... There was a trap there. Are you kidding me? Well, that is fun. What do I do now? I guess I need to rescue him, so right? Well, you 2 need to win now. You're also not doing so good. Freaking monsters here. Okay. Ignore him for a while. I want you to heal up. If there's another trap here, we screwed anyway. Okay, you pick up this. And this. And this. You're gonna quick up that red herb over there. I guess now try to pick him up or something? I don't know. He's gonna have a wound or so, I suppose. Okay, it's fine. Go to the bonfire real quick, dude. Or pick this up, whatever. So I guess if we leave him for 60 seconds, he's gonna die. Item found by dry lizard. Category 50% health regeneration speed. That is actually very helpful. Okay. These things have poison, but you don't have poison, right? Freaking trap here, man. Okay, pick this up in the meantime. Leather armor. Cool. Probably need that too. I hear so many horns. I'm not sure if are we under attack at home or something? No, right? Oh, did we build the building already? We did. Okay, what is your new item now? Reinhardt, you have 3 items. That's good. Leather armor. 20%, minus 20% damage received. That's good. Okay, we have all those. Our brother's sanity is falling fast. I kind of got down. So... Do you now have like a permanent injury? This is what I heard earlier, but I'm not sure where I can look this up now. Huh, you're doing fine. I mean, you sanity, of course, is not so fine. Yeah, below half.
Sanity.
I know. Are these good herbs? No, but I guess the hope is to still look at all these things, pick up the resources.
The health of one of our brothers.
My brother Pendant is sick with the plague and requires aid. There was a trap here, maybe. It's fine, there's some... Okay, you pick up the gold. Again, like, I'm not sure why this didn't happen. Okay, you're injured. I know, it's fine. Pick up this. This is for sanity. There's a white herb right here. There's more enemies over there. Let's hope we don't trigger them. Could you please pick this up now, dude? Don't know why you don't want to, or do we need the scout for that? So this worked. You know what? I should pick this up too. Maybe it helps. Okay. Has been removed. Good job. Can you pick this up? No. For some reason, I can't pick up the gold. I guess our maximum is 500 or so, maybe? Well, we got some good items. Don't get me wrong. Guess the animal carcass. Oh, there. Okay, that indicates a trap. That's why we need a scout, I suppose, right? Let's go back over here. Let's actually go back over here. Okay, we have 2 good items, but Felon really... It seems like he's still poisoned. Well, he's not going good at least. Okay, how about our faith right now? 1200. So I want some flair for exploring. You are zealous. 1 phase per second when in combat. You also have the prey. I think I want you to be an axe girl. I want you Unskilled in fighting. Fighting experience. Well, it's just less fighting experience. It's fine. You will become an archer. Derry, flair for fighting. Cool. Fighting experience. You're gonna be an archer too, because why not? Do I have anyone else at home? How can I check? So these three, we have Kevlar somewhere. Handyman. So I want you to become an archer then too. So then we're gonna get the whole squad together while you three are all alone here in the bog forest. Luckily we did find this new, you know, Reinhardt. Otherwise we would have been in big trouble. Doing fine. You are blind. The subject's maximum health and attack damage are both significantly reduced. This also applies to poison to all subjects standing nearby. What? An edgy patch may not seem harmful at the start, but eventually it will spread, causing you to lose your sense of touch and yet edge with every move. The pain makes it difficult to fight, and worse still, it's highly contagious. Physical affliction can be healed for a price in a hermit's hut. Not sure we have that yet. We have a little bit that can treat this, I suppose. This is a problem. Yep, because he was downed. Hermit's hut. Can we build this? I mean, I'm too lazy to run all the way back, I think. But I don't think we can. Storehouse, hunter stand? No, not yet. That's gonna be important for later. It's fine. We're gonna get our army. Felon. He's still kind of our MVP. It's fine. We just gotta try to defeat this giant monster, right? What could possibly go wrong? Okay, are you guys archers now? You're an archer. I do like how this... Is this a giant spider here? It is, but it's more like in targeting practice. This is so cool. I want to have a giant spider in my squad, honestly. That would be cool. Okay, you are an X-fighter. You three are now archers. Good job. So you get extra health as well because of the armor, essentially. And I'm gonna send you over here. We're gonna save the game again. And I'm gonna skip ahead once the whole squad is back together, and we're gonna try to fight this monster. See you in a second. New birth, life and death, more cautious grace shines upon our settlement. Glory to the Divine Mother, who has blessed us with a child. And praise all mothers who brings life into this world. Without them, our people could not continue. It's a girl. It's Shona. Yeah, I'll accept that name. But don't you worry, Shona. Today is not the day you will be sacrificed. That's gonna happen sometime in the future. Also, Kevlar, I sent you at the front line. Why are you still here? What is wrong with you? I mean, maybe you were responsible for the child? I don't know, but get at the front line. So we got the whole squad together. Everyone here. Our kid is alone at home. All alone praying for our victory. Also, the sickness of our scout spread, so that's not a fun thing. But I think it's time I save the game to try to get it, right? What could possibly go wrong? I mean, we have 3 archers, we have 3 ex-warriors, we have a scout as well who's completely sick, and also one of our strongest warriors also got sick thanks to him. Well, that's fun. But we're gonna try our best, right? Do I have any cool spell I want to do in preparation? I don't know. Support, battle cry, strength and speed. Cut 1, are you sick? No, so it's mostly on you. You're a most experienced warrior. I don't know, let's try to prepare. I don't know, should I move in more close? Let's select the archers. Where's my last archer? You're still on the way? Are you kidding me? Caviar. Okay, pure evil incarnate. Yep, you guys cast haste again. And there we go. Yes, you got a spell. Especially for a haste spell, kind of Kevlar, don't stop. Get the spell, you move into range. I want my archers probably a little bit out of range. I don't know. Never fought with an archer before, I think. Maybe in the tutorial we had one. Okay, you guys just stand here in the back. I don't know how this thing attacks, so everyone else just kind of try to spread around. I think this might be a smart idea. Main guy in the middle. Sure. You here? Let's save again. I have no idea if this is a good idea, but let's go. Do I need to talk to you again, or do I just attack you now? Okay, there is the exploration thing, so cut 1. You're gonna do it, let's go. No, apparently you're not gonna do it. Never mind, buddy. I'm gonna stand here, I don't know where you run off to. You? Why do you run back? Okay, this is where you... Attack the other one! Please wait, Stuart. Fighting a horror is a desperate act, one more foolish than courageous. These horrible creatures are created by Veles himself and aided with his godly powers. Incantations will do them no harm, and even a team of seasoned warriors is no guarantee of success. Are you certain you want to risk our lives in commencing an attack? Yes! Let's go. Okay, the game paused. Okay, everyone just, of course, get it! Okay, we have still some spells, even if you can't attack, to support our guys, right? Focus. The power of the gods will flow through your subject, feeling the focus on the fruits of work. No, we want to wait for battle cry. Offensive doesn't help, as far as we know. I'm not gonna even try. Sight and haste doesn't help either. Okay, let's go! Oh, it's bleeding already. Yeah, look at this. Awesome. Go, my archers. That's a lot of screen shake, a little bit too much screen shake for my taste. Okay. Oh, this is the effect. Look at these spiders. Oh, we're so screwed. Let's do it anyway. There we go. Get the thing! I don't have a healing spell. Healing spell would be nice. Okay, Battle Cry is ready in like a second. There we go. I want to cast it on you. More attack speed, more attack power. Let's go. Get it. Okay, just gonna wait. Down to 800. Oh man, we're still gonna lose. There's already one of my archers down. Oh, of course it's Geralt. Wait, how is Geralt down? He was one of my best. He has like the leather armor. No, it's not. Never mind. Oh, that's Geralt who left us alone. But he had a healing item. Oh, we're so screwed. I have nothing. Oh no. Hey, maybe with like the last thing, we might have a chance. I mean, let's try Seb anyway, whatever. Nope, can't cast. Okay, fair enough. Okay, second one down. Down to 400. Okay, next one down. This is a problem, also dying. Okay, maybe you're at least out of range. Should we try to revive, or should we not? I think we want to revive. Let's start a little bit while the other one starts attacking. Come on. It's taking like 5 seconds. We're doing good. 250. Okay, because you got attacked, you don't have the power to... Just attack, just attack. Need to get the damage in right now. Do we still have another battle cry, maybe? Okay, like in a second. Okay, our melee guys... Oh, they deal so much damage. Okay, we're so close! What if I run you out of range like before? Okay, somehow he's somewhat surprisingly safe. Okay, battle cry again. Come on, 90! Come on, 64, 64, come on, 51, 51. I mean, luckily it doesn't... Okay, we did it!
Dear gods.
Who could have done this?
So many lives lost.
What is that?
Help me.
Okay.
It left.
What's happening here?
I don't understand it either. But we should leave immediately. He may return at any time.
I agree with the witch, sire. Let's hide in the woods and plan our next move carefully.
That was a freaking dragon success. On our route to the gold, we had to face not one, but 2 horrors. We found a magic wielder to help us face these monstrosities, but it's better that we secure a position before venturing onwards. Do we want to continue playing this campaign? No, exit the main menu. Yes, let's proceed. Forest Spirit, look at this thing, so cool.
Was that really him? Shmi, the prince of the underworld? If so, I should be dead. Yet I'm still alive. Dolia's with me, blessing me with good fortune against the odds. It must have been her who crossed my path with the tribe of the Dawn and the Calanthians. I will help them. And who knows? they might help me too.
Yeah, the Tribe of the Dawn is essentially our tribe that we are traveling with. And yeah, now we would go and proceed on to the next mission, and this is where we can select which of all our villagers and the one that we found and some extra we can take essentially to the next mission, because there's people who have like a reason. For example, this one, Nyam, her house has been destroyed by the serpent. She wishes to lend her anger to our cause. We have this one, which is new. We had Dalen, Dana, Davian, Givert, Olga, or our current threat, like Kedwigin. He knows firsthand of the bloodshed that has plagued his land for centuries. He wants to help to build a new world, and he's willing to fight for it, if he needs to. So these are the ones that kind of survived. I'm not sure if anyone actually died. No, they barely made it out of life. You have this. I wonder if this is paint, or if it's because you're sick. But I guess it's supposed to be face paint. I hope so. I mean, who was Derry, Geralt, Ketgun? Where's our scout? Did our scout die, after all? Diana, Olga, maybe. Because we had 6 plus 7 people, I think our scout died. Because this is an archer, this is an archer. 2 archers. 3 archers. 1, 2, 3 of our axemen. Shoner, so the scout either... No, this is not our scout, this is not our scout. The scout apparently died or ran away, and the scout had like 3 good items. Dang it. But now we have a reason. For example, these people could also have an item, like this one has an excellent back. 20% inventory capacity for mushrooms, for example, so good gatherer. The other ones down. And of course, they have all different stats. Dalen has an excellent bow, for example, I think. No, we have to select him to have it available in the missions. And of course, our current one. We can also go with Shona, was a child. Not sure if we want to have her in the starting team. And yeah, let's have a quick look at the beginning there. Let's continue. Let's see what the third mission would offer us.
Witch!
I'll be fine. All right. I think we've gone far enough.
Can someone explain to me what the hell that thing was?
I've seen a lot of wicked creatures in my life, but this...
This is not something people see and manage to tell stories about. It must have been Jmi, or the serpent, as it was once known.
But Jmi is just a children's tale. Feasting on flesh, enslaving souls. How can it be true?
Souls? What is this tomfoolery?
What's so surprising about that? You saw it with your own eyes. Didn't you notice the race surrounding it? That is exactly how they describe him. The General of Horrors. Prince of the Underworld.
Prince of... that's absurd. What's more absurd is your gods. With creatures like that lurking in the forest. We need to build proper fortresses. Or else, we'll have nowhere to run.
He is very aware, sire. A nearby area seems fitting for our next Gord. Once we set up the initial settlement, we can then build up the palisade and surround ourselves with rattlesnakes and fireflies that will warn us whenever a threat is near.
I agree. Especially with the wild folk after us. We're on their turf now.
Well, don't just stand here. Get on with it.
New Chronicle page. You have unlocked a conspiracy page in the Chronicle. Would you like to view it now? No, thank you. So now we have our team that we started with. Then we are supposed to build a new Gord here with the palisade and the buildings that you saw previously, and then probably venture out again. And this is the core gameplay loop of Gord. I think, again, in this mission, we would probably also, with the fireflies and warming us, have a little bit more emphasis on sanity management, because, well, the game, and probably a few more advanced buildings, which is actually pretty cool. But this is the overall gameplay, which I hope I was able to show you. And frankly, even now with this hour and with the 80 minutes I played before this, so I'm roughly now, 2.5 hours that I've played this game. The third mission, I love the presentation, I like the idea, the premise, there's definitely a lot of production value of the cutscenes. but I still am not quite sure what this game wants to be, what the game wants from me. And yeah, it seems like the individual systems, like base building, kind of interesting. And venturing out, kind of RPG light, kind of interesting. But it doesn't quite mesh as well, for example, with like spell forces. So, because we only have 3 items, well, I could pick this up. It's fine. Technically, now the way would be to go with the palisade, where we have this. We can kind of customize this, drag and drop, change the gate or so, go with this. But I think for now it's fine. Give it a name and everything, and now our builders would automatically go and build it up, for example. Yeah, but for example, in the last mission, you guys saw me. I spent almost no time at building the base, and it's not like we can, like in Spellforce, create a few custom like normal units that aid our main heroes. Which kind of these guys are the villagers. They are also our normal units, and they're kind of the heroes if you compare it to Spellforce. But they don't have any real special abilities. They have a lot of preferences, but only 3 items. No active abilities. We have a few spells. So it's kind of okay. But again, the last focus was like exploring a little bit, looking at the tiny things, but having mostly automatic combat, doing the most minimum with the base. Maybe later on there's going to be more survival mechanics where we more need to defend our base, because there's also breach mechanic that I've got taught at the beginning of the last mission. So if enemies are coming to us and breach the palisade, we can't really work anymore because everyone is going to focus on defending. But again, I played the first 2 missions, as you saw now with the second mission. The horrors or the art design is also absolutely amazing. Again, good production value with the voice acting, with the cutscenes, and so on. The premise is cool. The world is very interesting. I want to explore more of it. But the mechanics of like kind of RTS strategy and a little bit of RPG exploration on its own, solid foundation, but they don't quite mash that well together. That I'm always like, also with the exploration, should I've gone exploring with like 2 people, 3 people, with all of them? How much do I need to focus on my base building? Is there like an enemy AI base that I also need to deal with in the missions or so? So far it seems to be just we have a base and then mostly explore. That is so, even now after 2.5 hours, I still don't quite understand what the game wants to be and what the game wants from me and what the core experience is. Is it the base building? Is this the exploration? Is it the mix? But then is it mostly what... There's this amount of like question marks. And how's the balance? And so what should I focus on? And I think that's my biggest, well, not gripe, but it's just this uncertainty that I still don't... I still can't really wrap around my head around, because it's not mechanically interesting enough to go like Spellforce, for example. Again, I draw a lot of comparisons there. The base building seems to be more RimWorld, but the RPG mechanic or the exploration is too light to be interesting. It's just auto combat. We don't have enough, again, active abilities or 2 interesting items. We have so many stats here that are interesting, but they are also feel like a little bit superstitious, and we don't have that many people that, okay, you have the fighting experience, but usually everyone kind of needs to do everything, as we saw in the last thing. And I think that I kind of missed this identity. And that could just be me, but I think the reviews earlier that I stated, besides the mechanical part, and again, we played this now, no glitches or bugs or so. I think just we had a little bit of stutter at the beginning after loading, and the torch wasn't out there. That's the best I can think of right now. But yeah, it still feels like, okay, I play this, but at least for me, it didn't quite click. I think that's it. It didn't, I feel like the mechanics don't click that well together so far. Or it just didn't click with me right now. I still don't have this aha moment. It kind of still feels like, okay, when is the full game? Is this already the full game experience? Is it still about to come? Of course, there's still a few mechanics that I guess the game wants to introduce. But then again, I played this for 2.5 hours and I still have this question mark. I'm still not sure what the game wants me to lead to. And yes, the world is interesting. The gameplay is okay. But I still feel like, okay, this question mark is my head. I hope this made sense. This is my overview. I hope I was able to showcase what the game is about, what my thoughts about this. I definitely think there's a lot of cool stuff. I enjoyed this, but I still have this question mark. So I hope this makes sense. Please tell me what you think of Gord. I think there's a lot of interesting discussions to be had. Maybe you see it completely different. You see it like me. Maybe it's not. Maybe I misrepresented this. Maybe I presented this in a weird way. So please tell me this. I think this game and the video has hopefully a lot of cool foundation to have an interesting discussion or thought that could be, you know, thrown to you like a change of balls. I don't know. This doesn't probably doesn't even make sense in English. But yeah, let's exchange this. I hope I was able to showcase this kind of 1.5 second, also still a first impression video. Please tell me what you think. Feedback is always greatly appreciated. Stay awesome, and we see each other in the next video.